All right, we are recording.
Thank you so much for watching our presentation of our Data 363 project. Our project was based on the question, is there a relationship between Discord usage and exam grades? My name is Christopher Bremser. That is Nicholas Blanchard. For those who don't necessarily know, Discord is an online application for connecting with people. People use Discord for sharing screen, voice calls, communicating, and chat. In the academic setting, we use Discord to study together, ask questions about coursework, communicate outside of class, and connect with other in extracurricular activities. Overall, providing that sense of academic community in this COVID online times. In 2020, we created a Discord server to help connect peers within a few select common classes. However, based on how popular and how well done it was, we actually expanded that to encompass the entire electrical computer engineering community inside the U of A over the winter break this year. Now, as we are invested in this is our Discord. We wanted to ask does this Discord actually help with online learning? That brings us to our actual question. What effect does Discord have on academic performance in a virtual setting? Specifically, is there a relationship between the level of activity in a Discord server for a particular class given on their first midterm exam grade in that class? We are going to be gathering our own data points. We use this by using a sample survey that we created. Inside that sample survey, we paired the quantitative explanatory variable, how active a person is on Discord, to a quantitative response variable, their first midterm score. Additional information that we gathered was course name and course level. Additional background information, as per Dr. Jones gave us some advice to gain some just additional information that might prove useful. That information was ethnicity, gender, age, class standing, and units undertaken. All of this data was collected and stored anonymously. No names, no emails, nothing like that was ever stored to protect the respondent. Moving on to the survey questions and distribution. We distributed the sample survey fully over Discord to 6 University of Arizona Discords. We received 28 responses in our first phase of distribution, which was exclusively in the electrical and computer engineering Discord server. After 12 days, we then sent the survey out to other Discords that included the optical sciences Discord, the math Discord, the systems and industrial engineering Discord, the computer sciences Discord, and aerospace and mechanical engineering Discords. We got a combined 7 responses from these other Discords as well. We were given permission by those owners to send out those servers. The survey, we did not just send it out. Our survey is shown right here. The first 6 questions were gathered to gather background information on the student. They were only answered once per student. The last 3 questions, however, were asked per class that they did. So if a student took 3 classes, they would answer these questions 3 times. As shown before, they would answer in activity 1 through 5. And then for midterm score, if they gave us a letter, those letters would be quantified as 95, 85, 75, 65, and 55. Now, it's important to understand that our survey respondents were not randomly selected. It was a voluntary response survey. Because it is a voluntary response survey, it is subject to the choice supportive bias. It is possible that the population was more likely to respond to the survey if they were high performers in classes, so therefore they did not mind that their grades were being put onto a survey, or B, they were highly active on the survey, or both. Highly active on Discord, I apologize, or both. That way they were more likely to see the survey as they were. So in addition to this, there was another response bias that was very, very possible, and that's integrity. It is possible that a student's, because none of this was taken from university records, these were all voluntary responses. It is possible that a student intentionally retroactively changed their grade, or just flat out lied about what grade they had. Passing on to the Nick.
And here are all of our collected data points for Discord usage levels and corresponding midterm exam scores. Shown in blue on our plot is the line of best fit relating midterm exam score to Discord usage. It has an intercept of 89.96 and a slope of negative 0.58. There are 166 total data points shown on the plot. Some important things to notice here in our data is that we have very high residuals for our data points from the line of best fit. And also, even though our line of best fit has a slightly negative slope, it's almost zero. It's pretty close to zero. We also see in the R printout on the right that R automatically calculated a p-value for slope for us, which is 0.323. That we'll revisit that next slide when we do a test. In order to determine if there is actually a correlation between first midterm exam score and Discord usage, we will perform a t-test for beta hat, the true slope of the least squares regression line relating the first midterm exam score and Discord usage. For this test, our null hypothesis is that the true slope is 0, and our alternative hypothesis is that the true slope is not 0, meaning that there is a correlation. We obtain a t-value of negative 0.99 and use t-CDF to find the area under the null hypothesis anywhere more extreme than t equals 0.99, which is a two-sided test. Our resulting p-value is 0.324, which is exactly what R calculated for us in the previous slide. Based on our p-value of 0.324, we know that we will need an alpha of at least 0.324 in order to reject the null hypothesis. This means that at any reasonable significance level, such as alpha equals 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Our data does not provide enough evidence to conclude that there is a relationship between first midterm exam score and Discord usage within our survey population. Next slide. Another way to visualize our data is to actually separate it into 6 different categories. Each category would represent a level of Discord usage between 0 and 5. So in the table on the left, we went ahead and separated all of our data into different categories based on Discord usage and matched it to the average exam score within that category of Discord usage. The blocks plot on the right displays the exam score for each category. Next slide. Now, to test if each level of Discord usage has the same mean exam score or not, we will perform a one-way analysis of variance test for the mean exam score. Our null hypothesis is that all of the categories of Discord usage have the same population mean exam score, and our alternative hypothesis is that at least 2 categories of Discord usage have different population mean exam scores. By using R to execute our analysis of variance test, we find a p-value of 0.2889. Therefore, at any reasonable significance level, such as alpha equals 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis that all of the categories of Discord usage have the same population mean exam score. Another way to visualize our data is to separate it into 2 different categories based on gender. Our sample data showed that 24 out of 35 respondents were male. This gives us evidence that more males than females use Discord within our sample population. To evaluate this evidence, we will perform a one-sided proportion test for P. Next slide. For this test, our null hypothesis is that the proportion of males is less than or equal to 0.5, and the alternative hypothesis is that the proportion of males is greater than 0.5. We noticed that in our sample, we can treat this as a series of Bernoulli trials and use the binomial distribution to calculate our p-value. And based on our p-value of 0.0205, we know that we will need an alpha of at least 0.2005 in order to reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, at a 95% significance level, alpha equals 0.05, we successfully reject the null hypothesis that the true proportion of Discord users who are male is less than or equal to 0.5. Our data strongly suggests that the sampled population of U of A Discord servers are used by significantly more males than females. So to sum up all the tests that we just did, at the 95% confidence level, we did not find significant evidence of a relationship between Discord usage and exam grades. We did not find significant evidence that the mean exam grades are different within different categories of Discord usage, but we did find significant evidence that the sampled Discord servers are used by more males than females.
As we take a look at comments left behind about our Discord, we see a prevailing sentiment of appreciation for the Discord and virtual learning environments. The majority of respondents see Discord as highly beneficial as a valuable academic tool, not economic. These comments suggest that we should have found a relationship between grades and Discord usage. Therefore, we think that our data is either incomplete or we don't have enough data points or need to choose a different indicator of academic performance. We think that another study with a larger sample and a more diverse method of measuring academic performance is justified. We wish to thank you guys for watching our presentation. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll try and get to them as needed. Thank you.